How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with our draft games today. We're playing our red-blue deck that we drafted last episode. And I kept this hand on the contingent that I draw land. When that happens, which it did, hooray and good luck, we should be fine. We didn't... Our curve is a little... It's a little rough, but... If we get our 5/5 attacker going, it shouldn't matter. Assuming they don't copy something valuable. Like, if they copy the yikes thing, you're kind of sad. Play a creature opponent. Nah, it's just counter spells all around. Rude. Land, I guess. We got our instant or sorcery in the bin. So we have human, not human, creature. And he is a human creature, but his type is creature. Creature, sorcery. That'll be our instant. We kind of need to sack an enchantment, which Spoiler Boy can do. Is this another counterspell, though? Don't copy creature. Nah, that's messed up. That's messed up. This? Opponent? I did see that one coming. Manifest some dread. I need those lands, deck. Please stop throwing them all away. Okay. I don't believe you have another counterspell opponent. Or at this point, I cannot afford to believe it, unfortunately. Sure. That's the game. GG. Well, on to the next one. We are on to our game 2. We are 0-1 at the moment. To be fair, our last one was our best game, and it also started that way, so we can't judge the book by its cover quite yet, but it's definitely a troubling start. So we will hopefully ramp on turn 3, although Greenland number 2. Our deck has enough heavy hitters in it that I'm not extremely worried. Huh. Oh, this is Unholy Sheet. Never mind. Never mind. Uh, we're gonna manifest some dread. That one. They each deal damage. Okay. No, I can't fall for that. I was about to. My Dread Boy would have died. No, that's not how that works. What? Do it, opponent. You won't. You do. So I think I manifest and then just kill off. Maybe we should have killed off the 3-power one. Yeah, because now we're going down to like so little. So little. Sure. I should have done the little one because I'm gonna sack off this guy anyways. Land. That's nice. Manifest Dread. Okay. So the way Manifest Dread works. Look at the top card, put it on as a 2/2. You can turn up at face time. So it's work like mana or morph and manifest, right? Like that was my understanding of it, but I guess since I don't play enough with those, like Enter the Battlefield uh cards are not really good with that mechanic, are they? Because they just don't really enter the battlefield. Plane cycling. Our opponent has finally bit the bullet. Fair enough, opponent. I mean, next turn we open up the next door. We should probably also try to play out our hand. It's just this is a very powerful removal spell for our color, and I don't want to waste it on a rabbit glimmer enchantment thingy. I'd rather do something useful. Like next turn, we can remove something during their turn, and then get a double striker during our turn. Boy, bashful beastie. Into the bin he went. Our opponent has so much more card advantage than us, but they've been mana screwed the entire game. Opponent. So if I turn it face up, does it still get its... It does, okay. Well, I mean, this is narrowly open and closed. So he gets to keep his counters. That's cool. He is a cool dude. I respect it a bunch. Now I get draw a bunch of cards. He'll be alive. Or is this, okay, this is, Crypt Inspector has to die. GG. We're going to the next one. We are back for our game number 3. We are 1-1, playing Green Red Delirious / Manifest. In this hand, boy, I've noticed a trend among our hands where they don't do anything until turn 3, and that is not great. But I mean, at least they always have something to do. Like, that's good. Say its name. Do they actually have the pieces? Fear of exposure, okay. Do they have the pieces? You just need 3 copies of this, and the card is trying to get right, so. Hmm. Are we trading opponent? Oh my god. Okay. So we gotta end the game reasonably quickly. Fair enough, opponent. I'm not a big fan of the time limit trope, but or we can find our own. Like, we don't have to end the game. Avail opponent? I mean, it's basically card draw. No block. I deal more damage. And I don't think you have anything else to do, or you would have done it. Cycling, okay. Always get a land drop if you leave up the mana. Fair enough. Wickerfolk Thresher. That's a aggressively decently costed card. Would you look at that, opponent? Whenever it attacks, yeah, it's just a 5/4 for 4. You know, just your average 5/4 for 4. Creature, enchantment. Like, we could draw 2. Drawing 2 doesn't feel very good. Um, See if they're up for trades. I mean, if I can draw more lands, I'm gonna be in a good way. Getting there's the issue. Yikes. What are you grabbing, opponent? I have card draw, creatures, and a manifest payoff. So, synergy, creatures, or card draw. Those are the options available for our opponent. I don't have a lot of creatures left. It's probably best to limit my creatures. Menacing 4/3. You can also get me cards. That's true. Um, Boy, oh, does this seem like the thing to invest in. Yep. I'll take one of them. Get an enchantment in my bin. That would have guaranteed me a 5th land, but you can't, You can't manifest non-creatures, right? So it doesn't matter. And manifest always puts something in the graveyard, so you can't. I don't know. It's a niche in card advantage that has definite weight towards graveyard synergies, right? Like because it's putting something on the battlefield and in the graveyard. It's not top deck manipulation really, but you do get more resources. I think I take this just as a precautionary blocker against the bad man who is about to show up. Opponent. He'll be attacking for 5. And this sets up a an Overlord kill. Our Overlord versus their Overlord. Ours will come down. He'll enter and deal 4 damage to target opponent. And then he'll attack the following turn and deal 4 damage to target opponent. That's our game plan for winning. So it's just staying alive until that becomes reasonable. Oh no, never mind. It's gotta be my Overlord. Like, there's no other option. I drew the land? Huh. Stack him up, opponent. And this isn't gonna work in the long run. Or are we at? We have a creature, enchantment, and other thing. Are we manifesting, opponent? Are we spending life? You never know, I might have a haste creature. Does this do anything? Kind of? Yeah, I can't turn it up, so. Double strike is very good. I mean, if I 1-for-1 my opponent every turn, it should be enough. I'm just sad that my Overlord got defeated. And that they are deliriuming harder than we are deliriuming. Okay. Ah. Hmm. So they have to block this one. They probably blocked this one. Like that. 2 damage here. Going in with this. Give it double strike. And then next turn we should be like guaranteed for the kill. Okay. They block this. They still take 6. YOLO. And we kind of just want to double up a 2 drop because they're less likely to block it. GG. We'll go on to the next one. We are back. We've won 2 games. We've definitely lost at least 1 game. In this hand, sketchy. It's sketchy, but I'm keeping because an Overlord in a Dream. An Overlord in a Dream. Sure, opponent. Leyline of Resonance. That is scary. Why would you have such a scary thing, opponent? That doesn't make any sense. I guess I play this first. One of the things that I was thinking about, I actually have a little bit of downtime between finding matches, right? And it got me thinking that one of the reasons that I enjoy my Magic games so much is that they're kind of a logic puzzle, right? You and your opponent are both inputting information, and then you're trying to figure out what the most logical approach to a problem is. We didn't draw land, so we actually have to go search up our land. We're going to search up a red source. Going in for 2. No attack. Next turn we manifest, get a 5th land, and if we're lucky we draw the 6th land, and then we're just overlording. I mean, overlording hasn't worked once so far, but, like, maybe. No block on it. I can deal more damage to you than I'm taking, so it doesn't really matter. 4 is greater than 3. Rude. I guess we go to 5, since we don't have a choice. Yikes. I mean, 2/2 lifelinker is a big detriment. Ouch. I don't want to fall into their trap, but this card is worthless, so I guess if it falls into the trap, I don't care. Look at that. Disgusting trap work right there. I'm going to play this just because that 3 mana is kind of scary. Really? Okay. Bye-bye lifelinker. Swinging for 2. Does our opponent have an answer to a 4/4? I'm kind of hoping they don't. It would be unrealistic to actually hope that, but, like, maybe. Oh, well, this isn't counterspell, so. What are we doing, opponent? We got that blue pump spell. Just straight up hardcast Overlord. Swing in for 4. Next turn we can swing in with the Spine Centipede when the board state's a little less ruckus involved. We swung in that turn, like, there's a good chance to just block him with a 1/1, and we're sad. Our boy died for nothing. But next turn, like, they're gonna want to avoid 9 damage. So. And we can delirium out a boy? Maybe. I think I'm done. Done blocking you, opponent. Oh my god, please stop. Hey, that's 10. Uh-huh. Let's kill that. And then we'll play this. This. And that should be enough. 2-mana burn spell makes me very sad, but it probably won't happen. Rude. Uh-huh. Boy. They find it this turn or they lose. That's where they're at. GG. Ooh, that was a nail biter. We're going to the next one. We are on to the next one. We are 3-1. So we've done 4 games so far. And do I keep this? I guess I keep it. Like, that's not a bad hand. That's another one of these guys. Okay. Um we've moved up a tier, you'll notice. Which is a good thing, generally speaking, but it's also a little intimidating. Uh-huh. Things to the bin. Ouch. Do I just get counterspelled into oblivion from here? It's possible. Opponent did not decide to counter this one. I mean, it doesn't do anything. I guess it will eventually. But it doesn't do anything now. If they had the counter bro, they should have just countered them in, but I guess not. Maybe not, right? Like, what do you think about this one, opponent? I mean, I still get the trigger. I am going to slow down my life total disappearing. Let's put a discard a land. Then I would have had better delirium for this. But hey, we can do that with the Pier the Veil. Thoughts on this opponent? Alright, thoughts on this opponent? Right. And number 47. Swinging for 3. Just to make blocking simpler for me. Our opponent's mana screwed. Half of these games our opponents have just been mana screwed. Sure, if you have the pump, you have the pump. Yep. That thing is so ubiquitous. It's so ubiquitous. It's like it's its own thing or something. I kind of just want to see cards. Ouch. Sure. We're both down to 12. My poor spider is not long for this world, but ouch. We do here. I mean, this is fine, I think. Decline. Our opponent wants to sneak through with damage. We can probably win the race. Uh, can you pump it by 3? We know you can pump it by 2. Can you do it by 3? Oh, they are. My God. That's just sad for us. Okay. We're flooding, which is bad. Got nothing, opponent. Legit's got nothing. No block, since any block would kill me. Ugh. Out of 14. Like, we're winning the race now. But it's really hard to win the race in a format where, where given to violence exists. Ouch. Like, if they pull 2 more given to violences out of nowhere, I will be very sad. I will be sad as can be. 15 cards, Overlord still in the deck. Like, we have options. Things exist and can be. Ouch. Oh, a 6/5. Okay. What? What happened? Non-token enchantment and a non-token creature. Well, that just royally screwed me. Didn't find a creature either. Yikes. Oh, flood. Why you gotta flood? And our boy died and he didn't gain us any life. Oh, no, he did. We went from 3 to 5. Ah. We'll go on to the next one. Alright, we are back. We have 1-3, lost 2. We're on game 5, and this is our sudden death. We are in sudden death territory. And I'm tempted to keep this because we have a bad creature on 3, but like a creature on 3 ain't bad. As long as we're not mana screwed. We're kind of mana screwed, but it could be worse. Could be worse, honestly. Unwilling Vessel. That's a good unholy heat target. Just wish we had drawn the red source for it. Man, seeing an unholy heat at Mythic is super sad. It super bums me out because it's like not a great card. It's a bad shock, which is fine. Nobody said your shock had to be good, but it would be nice if the shocks were good. I would like it personally. I would see it as something that is good and to be praised. Don't you stun my boy. Red source number 2. Forest, don't need those anymore. I mean, this kind of it's gonna be a 4/4 eventually too. We have delirium apparent. What? Oh, right, because creature and enchantment. I am good at building decks, probably. Maybe. Rude. Hit my island. Why did that one tap and that one didn't tap? Um, hmm. Guess I just make another one. And this one is just never gonna go anywhere, so that's kind of sad. The 5/4. My God, please stop, opponent. I mean, the Dread one also would have worked, but I think I have another copy of Royal, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, he got free this turn, opponent. Can you believe it? He did his time. Like 2 turns in the bin, and he's finally out clean. Opponent has not drawn any lands. Um, if we've shown, oh my God, that is rough. I mean, I guess if you're not getting land drops anyways, you might as well, but I mean, we can keep the 4/2 for when we give double strike to things, because 4 power is pretty above curve for 3 mana. It happens, right? Like, Questing Beast with a 5 power 3 drop, but generally not in common, and generally will be facing common, so yeah. Okay, fair enough. We'll go into the next one. Alright, here we are. In our game 7, I suppose. I'll keep this. This is a ramping good time. Look at that. We have our ramp spell. We have our big thing to ramp into. Couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. This has been quite the experience, honestly. Um, yeah, I guess we'll get rid of that since we're not going to have a creature to use with it for a very long time. I say the draw one. Uh, Neato opponent. Neato. They're Jund. Jund. Ass boy. Can't believe it. Somebody would do that. Sure. Huh. Next turn, death has come in the form of an overlord. The problem is we know that we have cards in our deck that deal with our overlord. Um, you have those 2 life back, opponent. You've earned them, and it could come down this turn. The 5 mana 6 damage burn spell. Okay, ramping. I like ramping. Hmm. I guess I just get out the biggest creature I can. 5 damage is more than 4, so I will kill the creature to attack directly. And then I guess we. So we. Hmm. Hmm. That's a problem, opponent. 3 damage there. Attack in for 10. Leave our haste gun. Yep, and there we go. We're going to the next one. All right, we are back. We have 5 wins, 2 losses. That is 7 games in 40 minutes. So that is an amount of time. Red land first. Terramorphic Expanse. You'll love to see it. We're gonna Wildfire Witch Stalker. Witch Folk. I'm coming for you, opponent. Coming to deal damage. Sure. Do you want to trade, opponent? No. Okay, well, 4-2 is my option then. You're not going to trade with me. I'm just going to try to kill you as quickly as I can. Rude. I needed that for stuff and things. Uh-huh. Going in first. Be responsible. Then we'll play our dude. Then we will, yeah, get rid of that. Not a fan of that. Okay, 1-1 Dollmaker. I can get around that. Give me something else I can get around, because if I can get around something else... Okay. I'm down. Draw your card, opponent. We each draw a card. That's nice, actually. Nice for me. I feel like I'm doing well. One thing I'll say about the difference between doing draft videos and doing brawl videos is generally brawl is a pretty chill mood, right? Like if you play 3 or 4 matches of a brawl deck and it doesn't do very well, you're like, that's fine. Like that's okay. I didn't need that. But like if you play the get rid of that. Swing in for 7. Never mind. Okay. There was. I'll finish my thought next time around. We'll pause and continue on. Alright, we are back. Continuing on my thought. In Brawl, like, if you do well, it's also just kind of fine, right? Like, it's not... The ceiling for enjoyment is low, but the floor for enjoyment is also kind of low. So you don't gotta... There's no stress involved. It is just a good time. Draft, on the other hand, I find there isn't a ceiling, but there also isn't a, the ceiling is higher, but the floor is also lower, right? Like, if you're doing well in a draft, you feel great. If you're doing bad in a draft, it's not fun. And my burn spell can go. You are not an enchantment, so this is, not going to affect me negatively. I don't hope, anyways. On it. Are you going to do it? You going to sack your boy? Get rid of my double strike? You probably should. That card is actually really good. Surprisingly. It's surprisingly really good. I'll take an actual creature. Attack and see what happens doesn't work, I don't think, so I'm not even going to try it. There was a wrong choice our opponent could have made there, but I just don't have faith in them to make the wrong choice, so we'll stick with the logical choice and go from there. Our poor opponent. Every opponent we've had has been mana screwed. Shuffler, what are you doing? I want to play Magic. That's not true. Like, our first few games, we didn't have as much mana screw. And we even ourselves have lost a couple of games to mana screw. One of which was not screw, but flood. But like, yeah, Shuffler, you can be better at this. You basically put the decks together, almost. It's a lot less stressful than actually doing it at a draft table. They're ramping. Respect that. I respect it a lot. I am gonna play my boy, though. My big boy. We'll attack in first. Make our opponent choose. Do you like your guy, opponent? The time for mercy has ended. Hello? You can pay 1 life, opponent, if you would like to. I do feel for cards like that because they are kind of, I know I need all of the mana. I don't have an extra one spare. So I'm going to do this. Try to close this game, because this is the last game. Regardless of what happens, this is the last game. We lose, we lose. Right? That's 3 losses. It's over. We win. That's our 7th win. It's also kind of over. Get rid of that. Swing in like this. Our opponent can block and they cannot block. But this is the sad way, because I don't know exactly how Shuffler works, but presumably we're at the same stage in the draft. We might not be, right? Like, this could be their game 3 and our final game, but, like, imagine being in the reverse, where your final match of the draft is, you only draw 2 lands, and then you're just kind of sad. And I kind of feel for that, because, it's a terrible, terrible way to go out. Okay. Neat. I will take 6. Thank you. Uh-huh. I will throw down this. Back that. Deal 2 damage there. So now they can't just cop out and block a 2/2. I mean, they couldn't anyways, I suppose, but now they really can't cop out and block a 2/2. They'd be dead if they tried. I'm getting the feeling that this is curtain calls. One of the things I will say about my experience with Quick Draft overall so far is haven't been roped. Haven't been roped once. In Brawl, you get roped regularly. Fairly regularly, anyways. And it's not a fun, enjoyable experience, but it's just the nature of a less competitive format, right? Ouch. Opponent? That was cruel and senseless. Cruel and senseless, I say. I mean, it's almost certainly not a, well, I mean, we get a counter. Why does everybody target the Crypt Inspector? He's just a dude, man. He's just a dude. GG. Well, unlike last time, we will stick around, because I'm pretty sure once we go back to the splash screen, we will see something cool. Something that I haven't seen in a long time, because I haven't played draft in a long time. And I was never very good at getting to anyways. But look at that. 7 wins. So I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Leave any drafting tips, because we're still, despite what this may look like, this still also happened. So, and that happened like at this point. So, do be helpful if you can. Either way, I will see you guys in the next video, whatever brawl we might be doing. Bye for now.